Engagement. Engagement. Thank you for your hospitality. Decent. She did the decent thing, and brought the wallet to the lost and found. I take full responsibility. Overseas students are not eligible to apply for the scholarship. Use well-developed and relevant examples to support major points. These hotels are ideal for either leisure or business. The government does not support unfair business practices. The theater has a seating capacity of 800. Venture capital firms tend to invest more in tech startups. The college changed its curricular structure to attract more international students. The company uses sales technology to help improve customer service. We spend the holidays in a lodge in the forest. It's important to maintain accurate records of all business transactions. A panel of business experts selected the regional winner. He was formerly employed by a local authority, before starting his own business. Can you identify any practical difficulties that might arise? Do not drive without a valid license. Assessment. What is your assessment of the situation? The financial report requires further analysis and attention from management. The regulation regarding working hours affects all employees. Coverage. The issue has received extensive media coverage. He's a world expert in his field. Access. Only personnel with the highest security clearance have access to the top floor. Participate. Would you have time to participate in an interview about eating habits? Amenities. Our business class amenities include slippers and skincare products. We expect input from all members of the team. Hubby. My hubby and I have been working toward quitting smoking for a couple of months now. I love handmade jewelry, and these bracelets don't disappoint, they look amazing. I wanted her to wear fashionable outfits, but my baby girl loves her comfy clothes. The children like to play games in the courtyard during the summer. Please, fasten your seatbelt before driving. A stable economy is a necessary condition for financial prosperity. A stable economy is a necessary condition for financial prosperity. What kind of refreshments will be served at the party? The hotel room the company reserved for me was amazingly luxurious. The hotel room the company reserved for me was amazingly luxurious. I find it easier to control temperature with a gas cooker than with electric. The fare is based on how far you travel, and the quality of your accommodations. Some advanced prep will allow your child to feel accomplished and involved at school. These vegan recipes are incredibly easy and quick to make. Can you get a shopping cart?
Sure, one moment.
Can you get a shopping cart?
Sure, one moment.
I have to avoid garlic and spicy foods. Your guests will love this warm and welcoming starter made with simple ingredients. Will you marry me? As a child, my parents were always very lenient about my bedtime. Her family was exceedingly generous, and paid for all her tuition costs. Villa. This was our fourth time on the island, but our first time renting a villa. The fireworks illuminated the skies and lifted moods. This village has always had great charm. Pregnancy. Many women suffer from morning sickness during the first trimester of pregnancy. Scandalous photos of a celebrity spread online. Ginger is a plant root commonly used in cooking. Luxury. Perfection is a luxury we can't afford. Don't let him escape. My spouse and I did not file our taxes jointly last year. Could you show me on the map? Junior. The American team won the national junior tournament. This was our fourth time on the island, but our first time renting a villa. Would you have time to participate in an interview about eating habits? They got married after a whirlwind romance. Today will be mostly sunny, with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Today will be mostly sunny, with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Before the modern bed, people often slept on straw. Actors and musicians give performances. My granddaughter loves to have birthday parties for her dolls with tea and cakes. When I woke up this morning, the grass and trees were white with frost. Additional fees may apply to international orders. The building has a central heating system. Painting. I bought this painting for my living room.
It's beautiful.
There aren't many homes in the area. Funny faces often make babies laugh. Nowadays, most people cannot afford to buy a house without a mortgage. Volunteers spent the weekend cleaning the coastline. Some libraries offer craft activities for children. Music is my passion. All pillows are marked to indicate whether they are for side, back, or stomach sleepers. All pillows are marked to indicate whether they are for side, back, or stomach sleepers. We'll need to buy a new sofa for the living room. Including tea and desserts, the dinner cost over $150. I'll take a steak, and some mashed potatoes on the side, please. She studied nursing at a local hospital. Her dream was to become a Hollywood star. Most businesses offer special deals on holidays. We have been taking tango lessons for 4 months now, and really enjoy them. Cinema. Let's go to the cinema tonight. We removed old products from the shelves. I am looking forward to welcoming you as our new public relations director. We saw newborn babies bundled up in warm blankets at the hospital today. We're going to the zoo tomorrow. The dog needs a bowl of fresh water. Proud. Your parents are so proud of you. What's the difference between natural foods and organic foods? I have arranged a little surprise for you. I think I have learned a valuable lesson. Parents must be able to feed and clothe their children. The school holidays start tomorrow. A nutrition label must include ingredients, additives, and allergens. A nutrition label must include ingredients, additives, and allergens. A lot of folks find that hard to believe. A lot of folks find that hard to believe. Vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 2 years, so I have to make sure restaurants serve vegetable dishes. My pepper mill broke. Let's go to the cinema tonight. Thousands of children and young people created imaginative and colorful artworks. He played basketball in high school. Some local authorities are planting pine trees for reforestation. Kick the ball as hard as you can. Perfection is a luxury we can't afford. The best city guides can often be found online. Poems. He published a selection of his poems. I want to give her a special present for Christmas. They were caught with the stolen goods. He used a broom to sweep the floor clean. She always keeps some of her business cards in her purse. A turtle was swimming in the pond. The U.S. will need affordable energy to remain competitive. She burst out laughing, and had to leave the classroom. Please be careful not to burn your fingers. This is enough for one serving. That's the most romantic story I've ever heard. The first 2 koalas at Taipei Zoo arrived in 1999. Sat. We sat in the cafe, and afterwards, we went to the theater. You're so lucky to live by the sea. It's a great benefit for our customers. The children are playing by the lake. The furniture is designed for indoor and outdoor use. Breakfast is served every morning between 6 and 9 a.m. She did the decent thing, and brought the wallet to the lost and found. A passing car stopped to help us. Poems. He published a selection of his poems. Would you like to see our wedding photos? Don't sit on the ground. Try to save some money for your holiday. Lots. Drink lots of water in the summer to counter perspiration. Drink lots of water in the summer to counter perspiration. Drink lots of water in the summer to counter perspiration. Drink lots of water in the summer to counter perspiration. Just open the gate, and come into the garden when you arrive. I would love to meet your mom and dad. Are your hands clean? Countries. There are almost 200 countries in the world. We sat in the cafe, and afterwards, we went to the theater. I have an early meeting. Era. The era between 1760 and 1840 was considered the height of the Industrial Revolution. The era between 1760 and 1840 was considered the height of the Industrial Revolution. Amounts. The factory produces large amounts of waste. Drink lots of water in the summer to counter perspiration. Assumed. I assumed I would be able to use this software, but it's a little too complicated. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. The tour group visited several isolated villages to learn about rural life. Declared. Declared. The chairperson declared the meeting closed. Succeeded. We finally succeeded in our efforts to start the car, after trying for hours. Richard retired as the finance director at the age of 65. Accused. Accused. He accused me of lying. Experiments. Control groups were included in all of the experiments. Correctly. We will lose the game, unless we answer these questions correctly. Accused. He accused me of lying. The chairperson declared the meeting closed. Experimental. The operation is considered risky and experimental. He accused me of lying. Burden. Leading a project entails great responsibility, and can be a big burden to shoulder. Leading a project entails great responsibility, and can be a big burden to shoulder. Alien. He claims he was abducted by an alien. Contrary. I believe that the evidence suggests the contrary. Burden. Leading a project entails great responsibility, and can be a big burden to shoulder. I bought this painting for my living room.
It's beautiful.
Contacted. The director immediately contacted the team, and offered to help after the crisis. Contrary. I believe that the evidence suggests the contrary. Chips. The engineers have developed new computer chips this year. Demonstrated. The annual evaluation has demonstrated a dramatic improvement in productivity. Burden. Burden. Leading a project entails great responsibility, and can be a big burden to shoulder. Contrary. I believe that the evidence suggests the contrary. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. There are almost 200 countries in the world. The American team won the national junior tournament. Ban. There is a total ban on smoking anywhere in the building. I believe that the evidence suggests the contrary. Examined. Different strategies were examined and applied throughout the research. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. Conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions without verifying facts. Commissioned. He was commissioned to paint a portrait. Attitudes. Attitudes. Positive attitudes create positive situations. Concluded. The gala dinner at the conference concluded with fireworks. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. Conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions without verifying facts. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. The gala dinner at the conference concluded with fireworks. The gala dinner at the conference concluded with fireworks. He was commissioned to paint a portrait. The annual evaluation has demonstrated a dramatic improvement in productivity. The annual evaluation has demonstrated a dramatic improvement in productivity. Captured. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. Different strategies were examined and applied throughout the research. Different strategies were examined and applied throughout the research. Contacted. The director immediately contacted the team, and offered to help after the crisis. Attitudes. Positive attitudes create positive situations. Accused. He accused me of lying. The bear that escaped from the zoo was finally captured. The director immediately contacted the team, and offered to help after the crisis. Positive attitudes create positive situations. I believe that the evidence suggests the contrary. What is your assessment of the situation? Accused. He accused me of lying. Only personnel with the highest security clearance have access to the top floor. Only personnel with the highest security clearance have access to the top floor. That's the beauty of this plan. Decades. Two significant changes have occurred in recent decades. Distant. He is a distant relative of mine. Argued. We argued about government intervention in markets in our economics class. Constructed. Typical houses are constructed of solid walls. He accused me of lying. The issue has received extensive media coverage.